Hi, my channel's name is Fail to Learn. In the upcoming video, I'm going to build a place to test out my burner. Okay, so next I'm going to drill a hole into this chimney that I cut. I managed to cut this with a Sawzall, and it looks pretty bad, but it doesn't concern me much. Next I'm going to go through this with this jackhammer. I'm going to probably angle it a little bit. Clean up the hole and I'll be able to pull it back a little. I don't know. Should be fine like that. Definitely clear. Yeah, I'll probably go off camera, clean this up with a chisel. I'll just probably wrap it with something, keep it warm. Well, chisel broke it. Got the piece here. I don't know if I want to bother gluing that or something. I was trying to clean up this corner here and it just... Anyway, if I grab the part, I'll go in there like this and I can angle it, which I like. I mean, obviously if I didn't break that hole there, it would have been great. It would have came in at that angle. I think it'll be just fine with the hole. I mean, that'll be loss of heat right here, but like I said, I plan on wrapping this with something. I'm gonna go look for something now. Alright, be back. Well, it's called Roxwool. It's supposedly fireproof and has, well, the R values right there. Pretty sure it reads fireproof somewhere. It's water resistant. Well, you know what? I can always test if it's fireproof. I would say fire resistant. I wouldn't call it proof, but that'll definitely hold back a fire for a while. This stuff burns hotter than a normal fire, so... Oh, okay. Not bad. A little crispy. A little warm, actually. Kind of warm. Well, I don't know, but I'm going to try wrapping with it. As long as the flame don't touch it directly, I don't think it'll burn through. It'll definitely insulate. It's definitely fire resistant. I'm not able to find a crucible. I did not order anything online. I found this paint can. Used to hold varnish. Still has a lot in there. Dried out, of course. I don't know if it'll take the heat. I mean, that turned awfully red pretty quick. I mean, I'm obviously not going to touch it, but I really want to. I'll test the bottom side as well. That's really not holding up to the heat too well. That don't smell good. 2, I've been trying to find some aluminum to melt, and this isn't aluminum. Apparently all the aluminum we used to have got scrapped by a homeless guy living in our house. I guess that isn't nice to say. I'll start over. Okay, I've been searching our house for aluminum because I figured that'll be a really easy metal to start off with. I can't seem to find any aluminum because I thought this would be aluminum. This is still really not a really good crucible to use. It's really thin, but I'm stuck with it. Alright, so after some searching, I found some copper. I took this off a faucet. This is from our house that got replaced. Obviously, it's taken a lot of damage and has, you know, it's all damage, it's scrap. I could just very easily bring it to our scrap yard in town. It's worth more as pipes. They would take away for having the solders here though. The elbows. That all takes away from the value of the metal. And it really takes away the value of the metal once you start melting it down, which is what I'm going to do. I guess the reason why it's less valuable is because they don't know about the purity like this. I'm not going to take the fittings off when I melt this down. I'm just going to toss it in there. So obviously it's not going to be as pure as plain copper pipe. And they have no clue what I put into this. I could have mixed anything into these. So once I melt this copper down, it becomes less valuable, which I don't care. I just want to melt some metal down. Alright, so after hammering and trying to bend back and forth and using a hacksaw, I gave up trying to cut the copper pipe with new methods. I decided to go and use this, which is a lot easier. I thought I was taking a shortcut by not using it. It is definitely not a shortcut. Let's see if I can one-hand this. Just go like this, find the size you want, tighten it up. Go a full lap around, maybe 2 on the first go. Tighten. Oops, see, a bit farther back, and then tighten. Go a lap, then tighten. Yep, it's already cut through. That was a lot quicker than what I was previously trying to accomplish. I don't know why my shortcuts sometimes take so long. I set this up like this. This probably won't take the heat too well. It's an old paint can. I got some fire bricks here. I got 2 down at the bottom. It's rocks wool surrounding it. I got my burner right here, my propane tank, vacuum. I gotta turn it on. I'm not gonna melt anything right now. Just gonna go in here. Kind of want 2 hands for this, but I've been doing some work to the crucible, we'll call it. I sent a bolt through it. I got nuts on each end of this threaded bolt. I cut a hole in the lid for pouring because I won't be able to pour over this. I found this eye hook. I'll probably lift it up in the center and I'll pour it. And also I want to show, where is it? I don't know if this could be seen on camera, but right here is where I was burning with the actual torch, the handheld torch. I did a little bit down here too with a hand torch. But the other side is where the propane was burning it, where it made contact, and this whole area was red hot the other day. Alright, here's all the scrap metal that we got, well, scrap copper I have laying around my house. I'm going to put it inside the doomed area. I put a couple straps. These are used to hold up cast iron pipes, but I use them to hold the insulation in place. Keeps it a much snugger fit. My burner is very reliable. I get a blue flame every time I turn it on. Burns very nice. Off of it, the $200 worth of materials I bought, the only thing I ended up keeping was this line to the propane tank and all these brass fittings. Everything else I found around my house. So I kind of wasted money not knowing what I was going to build. But I also noticed when I'm burning this, the air mostly comes out here and doesn't really blow out, well, the shop vac. A lot of the air comes out this straight shot. Not much heads down this direction and comes out the end. But when I light it, the air that comes out of here actually reduces. It actually pulls the air that's required perfectly. I mean, it's almost like a self-regulating, I don't know, kind of luck, but it really, the more it needs, the more it takes. The hotter the flame, the less the air blows out this end. So I don't need to close it off with a gate or valve. It just takes it as needed. But today I'm gonna burn it. Not the pipe, but the copper. I have everything set up. I'm gonna turn this on so that gas doesn't build up like last time. It's gonna get loud. It's burning in there. I'm gonna put this brick on as a lid. I'm probably going to pause the video. I'm just going to let this run. I don't know how long this will take. We're at the 10-minute mark. Shows no signs of melting yet. I've been wondering how much of the propane I've been using. No one ever seems to ask the question, how much propane does it take to cook a hamburger, but it definitely takes a lot to melt some metal. I was starting to become concerned with how much shaking was going on because the water bottle was just shaking everywhere. Totally going crazy. And then I realized it's coming from the blowing of this. Yep. So I got panicky for nothing. Just thought I would share that. I was getting ready to call it quits, but when I look in there, things are starting to turn a lot redder. So I know the heat is increasing. Eventually that copper will give. I should have started off with aluminum, really would have got me more excited, but let's go straight for the copper. Why not? It's been 20 minutes, and the only thing that looks like it wants to quit is the can and the actual fire brick. Copper really doesn't want to melt. It's just saying bring on the heat. But the bricks and the crucible, the makeshift crucible, are red hot. Okay, it's been half an hour and the scraps that I had used are actually starting to become quite loose and they're hot. I'm actually getting smoke. I don't know if you guys can see it. Probably not, but there's smoke being generated somewhere underneath this, and this is a really deep orange. Everything in there is a really dark orange, well, bright. I don't know. Well, I don't usually see this color scheme at Home Depot, but if I get close enough. Yeah, the camera doesn't capture it quite right. It is orange in there. I mean, my shirt's red. That is orange. It's still not melting. I mean, it's been half an hour. And the hook I was gonna use is still hot. I mean, I was supposed to actually hook it with this end. But I was poking it with this end, and that end is really hot. I guess I wasn't thinking. I don't know how I can grab it out now with these. I was originally going to use those. I'm getting really impatient. I mean, half an hour. I mean, melting copper definitely is a milestone. I can see why people build double burners now. The single might not cut it for large copper quantities. Alright, I'll be back in another probably 10 minutes. It's been 40 minutes. The orange glow is far more orange, but things that were once orange are now black. Now, I mean, that was the first place to turn orange. Now it's like pure black. I don't know if you guys can see in there, but everything in there is orange. I can't get any closer. I mean, the heat coming off this is ridiculous. I mean, I can't even see the metal with my own eyes anymore. It's just a bright orange. But I don't know why parts of it turn black like that. Yeah, the camera picks up the black. It's just black. It just stopped glowing. Maybe it glows black? I don't know. I guess I'll be back in 10 more minutes. Oh, and I don't have anything to pour this into. I mean, assuming it ever becomes molten, but I don't right now have anything to pour it into. Pour it back into another can? I don't know. Alright, it's been an hour. Now, I left the crack in there assuming, you know, the gases that burn can escape, so I'm assuming the crack has to be there. The copper is still existing. I'm getting kind of frustrated because it's been like an hour. So I'm going to poke it and see if I can get... I'm supposed to grab this stick later. If I ever get to that point. Much bigger rod, see if it can go down. No, the copper doesn't want to budge. It is soft though when I hit it like that. I mean, the sun is out in full force. It's hard to see the orange now, but I don't know. Every time I look at it, well, I record every 10 minutes, it progresses closer to a point where I think it should melt. I mean, my tank is getting quite cold, my propane tank. I've actually touched this a couple of times. It's not really getting that hot. I don't want to get closer because it does feel a little warm. I mean, the radiant heat coming off it's a lot. I mean, I'm just not getting the melt. I don't feel like quitting just yet. I mean, it's gone on this long. I might as well give it another 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Alright, I'll be back then. Ugh. I hate to call it a fail now, but the Roxwell was actually red hot. Even the outskirts of it. I could see it getting charcoaled inside. I mean, I don't think the Roxwell is meant for this kind of heat. I mean, if the inside of that brick is red, I'm sure the outside of it is too. I mean, a lot of heat must be escaping through my actual, not the crucible, what's the word, the foundry, whatever it's called. I mean, this structure, I mean, I thought the insulation would trap the heat well enough. It is not trapping enough heat. I mean, it is hot. Yeah, that is hot. It definitely isn't burning, it's just really, really hot, which leads me to believe that all the heat that I need in there is radiating right through it. Conducting through it, radiating through whatever. I'll give it 10 more minutes. I don't expect it to melt. It's all red hot in there. I don't know why it won't just give. Alright, so I'm over here wondering what the hell that smell is. I see a whole bunch of smoke just shooting out the bottom of the picnic table. I don't know if I can. I mean, this wood might catch fire. Oops, sorry. I don't know the fuck. I mean, I have fire brick down here. Ooh, run for your life. Run. I do have a fire extinguisher nearby. Oh crap. The smoke is getting worse. I really don't want to quit. I mean, I had 2 fire bricks. I mean, it's everywhere now. I think putting it on a table was a really bad idea. Hindsight. Wow, that smell is getting bad. I mean, I put it on 2 bricks, 2 fire bricks, set it on some Roxwell. I mean, that picnic table's gonna be burnt when I take it off. Everything in here is red hot. It's been an hour and 10 minutes, hour 15, I don't know. I didn't look before I recorded. I just saw smoke coming everywhere out of this. I was just about to disconnect everything, but I hear something sizzling, like a gurgling, sizzling coming from in there. I don't know if I achieved a melt. I probably melted through the can. Maybe there's a hole in the can and the copper started melting through the bricks because I don't have it airtight. Maybe that's where all the fire came from. Okay, it's been an hour and a half. I mean, this is getting horrible. I just can't bring myself to quit. I mean, it's so close to melting. I got smoke coming out of everywhere. The pipe is still cool. I mean, it is really hard to see in there. I mean, I can't see a thing. It's like almost yellow now in places. I mean, I actually can't see my copper. I don't see any molten copper, but I don't see my sticks anymore. Hold on. Oh my goodness. It's molten. It's gone. It's completely gone. Oops. Oh my god. I just poked a hole right through my can. Put it off for now like 20 minutes. Trying to take a peek. Okay, I've lost a lot of content due to storage issues. My iPhone and my Mac computer don't hold much memory. I can still hear it crackling. It's been like half an hour. I had to go empty my hard drive or my storage, whatever. The only thing that's still red is right down the friggin' crack. Right where the picnic table is. That's the only thing that's red. It's hardened copper. There's nothing molten left in there because I don't know if you can see. I poked a hole right through the side. This can, there's nothing left. Nothing left to this can. You can hear it crackling as it rapidly cools. That brick caught fire to the lawn as soon as I put it on it. I mean, I really gotta redesign this. My crucible couldn't take the heat. That's why I couldn't get anything molten going. I mean, my copper is gone. It's a total mess in there. Even though it's had half an hour to cool off, anything that touches the table is just instantly burning the table. I'm trying to get everything. Ooh, that's crisp. Even this right here has a lot of heat just radiating from it. Yeah, that is hot. Get it off the table. That is going to be hard to explain to everybody. Our picnic table is gonna need a paint job. Those cracks are deep. Oh my goodness. Oh man. Yep. Just trying to get over my stupidity. That got a lot hotter than I thought it would. Copper does not melt at low temperatures. I should have started off with aluminum. I don't know if I'll find my copper bits in here. I mean, it melted and destroyed absolutely everything in its path. Alright, I gotta redesign it. No need to give up now. I know it reaches temperature. Look what I got. I ordered some stuff on Amazon. I think it's the right stuff, but the problem is not as much as I was hoping. But I also got this. And opposite, it's actually bigger than I was hoping. I guess the number before it is the amount of something it can hold. I don't know, like a number 1 is actually the amount of ounces of something it can hold, and number 2 is ounces, and this is like a number 3. It's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. But I also got aluminum track, a decent amount of it. I got this from a washing machine, good copper in there. I'm gonna have to take that apart. That's gonna be really difficult. And a kitchen remodel. It's a double stove. It's a stove. I know it can take some heat, but it's gonna take some preparation. I gotta make some holes for my torch to go in. My heating coil has to come out. I don't need it to be a double, but if I did, 6 inches, surround it with some sort of cement, it would definitely be able to resist heat. This isn't enough. So what I'm gonna have to do is actually try to make some myself. I could order more, but the price is kind of up there. I mean, it's relatively expensive, relative to me and my income, expensive. But I don't know how much cheaper it would be to make it myself. I think the process I might try, well, we'll save that for next video. Sounds like more learning to me.